Alrighty, guys, it is Gaim time, and you're going to hear that a lot from me because it's fun. Anyway, yeah, this is the first merchandise I have gotten from Kamen Rider Gaim, which just started this past week. ACR Subs is doing it. They're doing a great job already, at least in the first episode. Again, there's only one to judge by, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. And the first merchandise came out this past weekend, and I got my Arms Change 01 Orange Arms figure in the mail today, and it's quite cool. Just a quick overview of the packaging. It shows you all the pieces. That's actually in there backwards, but it's an orange one. You do. Explains the gimmick on the top, some stuff on the promo shots on the bottom. There's a shot of Bear in there, the next banana armored rider, and some stuff with his gimmick up here, and all that. The packaging is actually really nice. It's just real easy. You just open up one side, slide the tray out. There's a little cardboard insert and an instruction sheet in here, as well as this little preview of, I didn't even look too closely at that. Oh, look, there's Ryugen and Greiton and all of the, it looks like we're going to get a bike, because the bike turns into a lock seat. Oh, we're going to get an arms change bike that turns into a giant lock seat. That's awesome. I'm all over that. That Gaim can ride. So Bear and Gaim, Ryugen, I believe is his name. And then there it is showing that Gaim can wear both of their armors. And it kind of shows it on the back, too. And the gimmicks there are neat. The instruction sheet we're just going to leave to the side, because I figured this guy out. There's not a whole lot to him. So inside you get the package. You get the... This is not taped down. It's really nice. It just kind of clips in. There's some ridges. Just pop it right open. Real easy to get the figure out. You get the basic base form of Gaim there, unarmored. In his little jumpsuit. We'll go ahead and bring this down a little bit. You get a helmet with the orange pattern on a slit inside the helmet, and that will make sense again. You can see his visor is clear right now. And again, we'll explain that. You get his orange armor, the orange arms themselves. There's the front of it. And there's his fruit armor. You get his Daimaru? And then his other blaster. And then he's got the Sengoku driver already on him. Semo Maso weapon. I can't remember all the names of them. Daimaru, I believe, is this. I just call it the Orange Slicer. It's missing some silver paint apps versus the show model. It's just all orange. But, whatever. These can combine, and you want to make sure that there's a little ridge here that snaps. You push it until it clicks, and that'll hold them together. I was just kind of plugging them in together. I'm like, oh, it's nice, but it falls apart really easy. But it does actually snap together to form the big weapon. But anyway, on to the thing. To prep this, you want to open it up. You don't want to pop that off. These things there's no pin on this part. So basically, you just want to open this up, and the helmet has a little peg hole in it. And there's a peg right here. You just peg the helmet onto the middle of the orange to prep it. And then fold the orange up. So like on the show, he puts in the lock seed, a big zipper opens up above his head with his giant floating orange, and then he uses the little knife to cut open the lock seed, and the orange falls onto his head. And you kind of line up just like that. There's an open space for his head crest in there, like that. And there's some little clips here on the side of the gray piece that you want to make sure. You can see these clips right here on the gray piece. And then they clip, there's little notches on either side of his chest, as well as right next to the screws on his back. And you want to make sure that clips in all the way. And it helps if you just kind of put your fingers right there on the gray piece and snap it into place. And once that's locked on securely, he looks like that. But no, and then once that's done, you can pop open the side panels, flip them up to form a shoulder armor, untab this, bring the front armor down and up, form his chest piece, and then this just folds down to the back. It's not as elegant as on the show where it kind of form fits, but it's a toy, and it represents the transformation into his armor pretty well. And one of the things that's neat is because of that slit in the helmet goes inside a slit in his head, and now he's got the orange visor. It's not as super awesome in, it looks cool. The visor kind of magnifies it and gives him that orange visor. If you turn him to the side, you can see it's a clear, straight-through visor, versus like this, which is a little disappointing, but like a flash picture with this on makes that visor look really awesome. Just the way the light reflects through. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. But part of the reason for that is, like I showed on the instruction panel and here on the back, is that it looks like all the riders can use them. They use Gaim as an example. Here's Gaim wearing Baron's armor. And so he should have, like, he's obviously not going to have an orange-themed visor when he's wearing banana armor. So they make that so when you put this in, I'll pull that out again. Like there's just the plain blank. Let me see if I can't get a good shot of this. There's the clear, empty. You can see the blue all the way through it. Here you can see the slot in the side of his head, which is still on a ball joint and very articulate, despite the molding there. And then there's that panel with the visor in the helmet, which slides in there and it lines up when it's plugged into the orange. So when you plug that in, it gives him the orange visor he should have for this armor. And I'm assuming that works that when he's wearing any of the other armors, it lets that visor change without having to swap out a whole new head, and lets the armor truly be interchangeable between all the different figures. And that's really kind of a neat gimmick. That's some they didn't have to do it, but they did it anyway type of design right there. The armor does move out, so you can get plenty of range of movement. His articulation is standard for the gimmick line figures. Like if you had any of I never got any of the Wizard Action Please figures from Wizard, but some of the Forge module figures, the Forge module change system or whatever, FMCS figures, and the O's triple chain snap together figures, and the double snap two half figures. It's the same type of articulation. You got the fingers are articulated, and each set of two is individually articulate like that. So the first two together and the front two together. The knuckles are not individually articulated, but here at the wrist they are. And then you get a bicep swivel and an elbow hinge. The head's on the ball joint. No waist swivel. Hey, look at that. There is a waist swivel. It was kind of stuck there, but there you go. Waist swivel, dual hinge shoulders, dual hinges at the hips, then a thigh swivel, hinge knee, and then ball jointed feet, which give you a little bit of range of motion here. It's not a huge range of motion, but enough to make him flat-footed in most of the poses you're going to want to put him in. No toe hinge like there are on the figure arts, but that's okay. So yeah, and then you can like I said, his sword can plug in right here. It just pegs in on this peg. It can also, so he can hold his weapons separately in his hands. It's just a matter of wrapping the fingers around him. That one's backwards, but so you can hold, there we go. You can hold them better than that. You just gotta make sure to close his fingers up all the way around his weapon. There you go. So there's him holding the sword. And again, you can combine them together to form the combined weapon. And one of the things that's neat is he's got a gun blade. like we've seen in a few riders now, a wizard had a gun blade, but it transformed from a sword into a gun. This one actually is literally just, here's the sword, and you literally, like, if you just take this off, it's literally just a pistol there. You can see it. It shoots bullets just like that. With an extendable sword just sticking right off the top of it. So interesting design. It shot, I think, 6 or 7 bullets on the show before he ran out of ammo. How that recharges, we haven't figured it out yet. He's only had that one time that he's used it so far. But I'm sure we'll figure that out as the series goes on. The series itself is actually really neat. I'm quite enjoying it. It's weird as crap. It is just weird, with fruit from another dimension falling on your heads through a giant zipper that opens a hole in the universe. But it's the same zipper that opens a hole to when other kids just have lock seeds without a belt to put them in. Summons little monsters that look like Worm from Kabuto that jump out, and they're only about, you're only about like short of like baby Ewok sized, and they get in a magical digital ring that forms, and they fight, and if you let go of your lock seed, they attack you because they're not only it's ridiculous. It is an absolutely ludicrous premise, but so far it's a whole lot of fun, and I love the suit designs. Like I said, this is very toyetic. It's not a perfect representation of the design, but I'm really, really digging some of the suit designs, like him and Zangetsu. They all look pretty neat, but him and Zangetsu especially Zangetsu in his Melon Energy form looks really nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the line as a whole. Here's the first of the arms change figures, orange arms. Now apparently they will be, like, while there are other figures like Baron, who comes with his banana armor that is interchangeable with Gaim here. From what I've heard, like, we were debating this earlier, and I've actually seemed to have confirmed that they will be doing like his other armors, like Pine Arms and Strawberry Arms, that go over the same base body type, will come just as the fruits in a accessory pack, versus each one coming with a base Gaim body. So you can buy armors that will work on him without having to buy multiple base Gaim figures. Is that the case? I don't 100% have that confirmed, but I've read it in enough places that it's probably very likely. But yeah, there's the first of the arms change figures, Orange Arms. Very neat, very nice way to kick off the first of the new Gaim merchandise. I'm really looking forward to the series. It looks good. So there you go. There's Orange Arms.